I
that
did.
is on you.
I specifically said.
And I thought it was
technically.
the original Justice League, so it took me forever to realize it was Justice League Unlimited.
And then I had JLU in there.
You had JLU.
Unlimited! What's how it specifies? Man, I could not make it more clear for you animals. Okay.
I mean, you could have typed it out.
Yeah.
You could have.
It probably would have helped.
It's funny that we all zapped you on something
Couldn't
separately.
have made it more clear. Here's how you could have made it more clear.
Impossible to make more clear. Welcome Welcome to another contentious episode of the Infinite Movie Podcast. We're your hosts, Mason, Dylan, Nathan, and Jill. And on today's episode, we're talking about varying episodes of Batman the Animated Series with one little tiny featurette episode from Justice League Unlimited, or JLU for
JLU
short.
for the real fans.
Yeah, for the if you know you know fans, you know.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, your name's Mason, and you're wondering
That's
why
just
you're
me.
why you're watching Catwoman. You just picked a random episode then
It
too.
was
Wait,
called
what's
Batgirl Returns.
But
So was that another show? Or
No,
another
it was the
episode?
same.
oh, so I guess it's the episode that shows on HBO Max for Justice League on that one.
No, it was HBO Max for Batman the Animated Series because I didn't know JLU stood for a different series. So I watched season 2, episode 14, whatever the hell it was.
Uh-huh.
It happened to be Batgirl Returns, and it was when Catwoman and Batgirl kind of have this little.
That's actually really funny
Well-
that it landed on a Batman-related episode because that show
was
isn't.
Batman in the episode?
Barely. He spoke. I mean, he wasn't in character. He was Bruce.
Right. So
But it was Batman animated series.
that's.
Yeah,
So that was my
that's-
favorite
Oh,
show.
it is
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's okay. I'm thinking. Yeah, my brain keeps thinking.
I
Justice League.
almost did the same thing.
Uh-huh.
Like, I just kept digging, and that's why I was like, is it just called Epilogue?
Epilogue? Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
episode
it wasn't
is just
until, like, I did, like, a search. Like, I searched
JLU,
well, no,
Oh.
I didn't search that. I searched, like, the Batman show and Epilogue, because I was like, well, maybe it's just not on Amazon.
That's what I
Uh,
thought.
uh,
I was in
And
YouTube
in that
doing
search, it instead actually directed me to the Justice League. And that's
Gotcha.
what reminded me, like, oh yeah, he said we were going to watch something that wasn't a part of this show.
BTA.
it. My shovel was halfway broken. I didn't dig that deep.
Yeah.
I did dig. I typed it into the YouTube search bar, and it didn't give me anything.
Oh, I
What's
typed
up?
it on YouTube too, but I got the last, 2 minutes of the episode in question.
Yeah.
So I watched the end of the episode first.
Nice.
Because I wasn't really sure what I was looking for, because you said it was
Yeah,
an
this-
extra tag on. I was like, is it the whole episode? Or just
Well, an
the
epilogue
end?
makes me think after the credits.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought
Right.
maybe it was not a full episode you wanted us to watch, or but then I'm like, oh no, it's a full episode title.
Yeah, I mean, here's the one thing I'll say that I could have maybe done a little better. And
Just a little.
just one, and it's none of what you guys have suggested.
For the
Just
record.
the name of the show?
No, is that I would have the other wheel slice be Batman Beyond, and then Epilogue be a part of that one.
Mm.
Even though it's still another show, at least it's technically more Beyonds, but it is also
yeah.
a rep to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about
It's-
Terry.
It-
Yeah,
it is,
it
but-
is about Beyond.
But it has a very important part of so. Real quick, for my own personal headcanon, Batman in the Animated Series Batman is very close to synonymous with Justice League Batman. It's pretty. I mean, it's Conroy voicing. It's effectively the same character in that way. It's just him on a team now. So Epilogue really does tie in the end of Justice League, which is still loosely this
Should you
one.
clarify what we're talking about?
So for those who don't know and weren't watching our last episode, we are doing a nostalgia review, and we have some TV show episodes on here. So what I wanted to do, which I was no way in hell I was not going to put on, Batman the Animated Series, because that show is insanely good and is probably one of the definitive pieces of Batman lore by quite a big margin. So anyways, I wanted to do that. Now, the hard part about this nostalgia episode, though, was that there was one episode in specific that felt like it needed to be in there because there's one clip that is so predominantly tied to the Batman animated verse in this way, and that goes into the epilogue episode that we're talking about. Unfortunately, that's technically in Justice League Unlimited.
Not technically.
It is.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
It is a different
Right.
series.
But if we timeline it, this is Batman animated series, Batman Beyond, and then we hop over to Justice League Unlimited for this timeline of this character's story. So
do you only care about one particular part of the episode, and is it the part where he's on the swing set?
yeah, so that
Okay.
part's the best part, but I'm also a Batman Beyond fan, so I'm not upset that we're Terry focused in this whole
So I
episode.
didn't know if you wanted us to focus on the actual interaction between Batman,
I'll
or
put it.
that.
I'll put it this way, right? If gun to our head, we had 10 minutes to watch of this episode, and I'd be like, all right, fuck, we're only gonna watch 10 minutes of it. It'd be the clip where he meets up with Ace,
Yeah,
The Royal
I agree.
Flush.
the Royal Flush Gang, where Batman
Brigade,
goes into the
yeah.
council, because that is a definitive Batman
valid
moment.
choice. I also did not remember that that's not in Batman.
I know, it's very strange that it's not either. So
yeah, being a Justice League episode, it is just a Batman episode.
They just straight ripped it out of the Batman animated series and then put it
he
into
just
the
quit.
show.
He said, "Guys, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
I'm tired of digging." And then he left, and they're like, "But we need him."
So
That's all you got for the Justice League.
and what we've learned since then, if you are, time of this recording, Amazon apparently organizes the show different than motherfucking HBO Max, and I didn't know, so they're spitting over here. These episodes aren't right, and I'm literally just posting pictures with the episodes being right from HBO Max's perspective, which again is what I said on last
You did
episode.
say that. You did.
And I did mention we're gonna watch an episode from Justice League Unlimited for this one.
That'd still beat it.
And you know what? If I could, Nathan won't because he's victim to it. I would put the clip right fucking here to say, here's where I said it, and then we'd show it.
I'm
And we
not
come back.
denying that you said it.
I
It's
definitely
just,
did.
You don't remember these things necessarily between us seeing each other.
I mean, I did.
Thank you. So what I'm hearing is user
I
error.
still had a hard time finding the episode, but I knew it was a different show.
Fair. So anyways, let's talk about the fucking
Yeah.
show. Alright, can we get into the actual show?
This is a Let's Burn Dylan Alive
God
Yeah.
damn it! Just
Well,
want to talk.
speaking of burning, let's start with freezing instead.
Yes, Heart of Ice on Max. It's season 1, episode 4 on Amazon. I don't care what episode it fucking is because I watched it on HBO Max. Now back to being HBO Max, formerly Max, formerly HBO Max. Anyways, Heart of Ice. So quick context of this episode: we get introduced to Mr. Freeze and its whole background plot of how he gets introduced into the Batman animated verse. If you don't know, his wife's sick. He's a scientist. He tries to cure her. Well, really put her in stasis until he finds a cure.
Yeah.
And then hijinks ensue. He becomes Batman villain. If you don't know Mr. Freeze,
It's not necessarily hijinks ensue.
it's super important. Corporate hijinks.
It's super rich guy comes in and just makes super rich guys look bad by being like, shut it down.
Yeah.
I don't care that your wife is gonna die. I don't want to spend money on this project.
Isn't this like Doc Ock's like villain story too?
It's a lot
I know a lot of them. Have
it's a
the
lot of
same
scientists with
ish
this same
ones,
exact
yeah.
situation.
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, it's a classic scientist gets funding cut for his personal project.
And
Yeah.
becomes
It's
the
almost like
weapon.
women are just like, an object used to further the plot points of men.
She gets it. So,
Yeah.
the other part of it, though, I think that's relatively important in all of this, though, is that I think when we're talking about, like, here's a strange thing that I kind of found rewatching this episode. I was just like, okay, wait, so this is his personal project that he's using corporate funds for. I don't like that the show's making me kind of agree with the business guy here, but, like...
Seems a little
I didn't
off.
catch that bit.
Yeah, so
was it his personal?
Yeah.
Yes, it was his
Okay.
personal project that he was using corporate funds to
He
sit there and
states
fund.
when they charge into the lab.
Yes, when he charges in, he's like, "You
Okay.
cost me $3 million, bro," and I'm like, "Oh shit, I'd be kind of mad too if I'm
Yeah.
like,
If you're the manager.
yeah, the sympathetic, like kid me watching the show is like bad guy, good guy. Now he's bad guy,
Also,
right?
I feel like he could have
Bruce-
pitched it pretty well to be like, hey, I got stasis working, you could sell this.
Right,
Yeah.
like he's like, cryo.
But it gets out of hand.
Oh yeah, and then
People throw each other around.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
he brings the goon squad in.
Yeah.
Not what you
I
think.
think
Um,
I think that this was one of the weakest villains, or at least from what they portray. Because I mean,
I think Mr. Freeze is a great villain.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
saying
always
weakest
like
is in
him.
like just take his gun.
oh, when
You're
you're saying
good.
like up
He
front.
throws
He's
chicken
also-
soup at him and wins.
He's
He
also
does
too.
3 times stronger than a normal human. He
Yeah.
says so because of his suit.
His suit, it
Yeah,
gives
no,
him.
100%. But like, he has got one thing.
Oh yeah, he's got a freeze gun. He knocked
It's
that
a
out of his
gun.
hand. Well, he's also a fucking tank of a dude though, because when
He
Batman
is a
started,
tank.
he's like
He
grab,
has a tank.
Yeah.
and then he's just like, I
You
could
say
just.
he's a tank, but he threw a thermos. And
I mean, except for that glass lid of his. Listen, he's
it's a weak spot.
Like,
It is.
Well, he's just got to rethink that. He'll come back later.
Yeah. You
Arnold
need-
Schwarzenegger will get it figured
He-
out.
I
if
mean,
he puts
that's
an
the
iron
weakest,
mask
but
on
it's
them-
also like the best. I love the pun at the end. It feels like a very Batman episode
It is.
because of that.
It
This-
cures the common cold.
And here's what I'll say about
whatever the hell he says.
why I think this is such a good episode for me, because it hits all of the tones of Batman the Animated Series that it does so well. Like, Freeze, as like corny as he could be taken at face value, his lines are delivered with such a vindication, and that they don't sit on it long enough for it to be cheesy. Like, every one of his lines is a cold pun, which is a little like silly, haha. But it's like whenever he says, revenge is a dish best served cold, I'm just like, fuck, it just lands, man. I don't know, like for me, it's a good execution thing of it, but I also love the whole tragic story of it being like his wife. And here's the other part that I really enjoy about Freeze's background. Depending on who writes it in comics, this will vary on if she's alive, if it's actually his wife or something like this. In the show, it's largely implied that whenever they did this, she just dies.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and
she's dead. She's
he's
gone. Because he even
grieving her.
says, like, I was planning on meeting you
Yes.
soon.
and the way that he like in the jail cell on the end of the episode, spoiler, the villain gets caught. They get Batmaned. He's like,
But Batman's actually on his side.
he is the long glaring stare into like into his cell that's just like solemnly like, yeah, I hate that it went this way. Doesn't say any bit of it, just kind of like, hey, he defends him at the place by saying, yeah, Elon Musk over here, turns out he sucks.
He just hands a VHS tape to some random
Who
person.
we presume is a Vicky
To the
Vale
news
character
reporter.
they haven't fleshed
Yeah.
out yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's not famous?
No.
They dropped her name like 4 times in that episode. I
Yeah.
think. She just kept popping up. I was like, oh, this is the April Kelly or whatever her name is
Right.
on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Effectively, right. So
April O'Neil.
the middle parts of the episode are a little like so-so. I think the parts where I feel turned off on it is whenever you're seeing him doing villain shit, like when he's working with his like goons and they're like getting all the gear stuff in order. I'm just like, this Freeze comes off as less interesting, but when he's just this solo scientist guy who's seeking revenge.
He comes across as a major villain when he leaves one of his little minions behind.
Yeah.
That was a pretty dark moment.
Oh yeah.
Because he's like, yelling at them to stop.
Yeah,
Right.
choose this path or choose his path, basically.
Brr, and then the freeze ray goes brr. So but this has a nice like tragic tone that takes it serious when it wants to, but it also has Batman's a little bit of like Batman 66, like threes, like campy, like I'm gonna throw chicken soup at your face that Alfred gave me as my way of getting out of the situation.
I also like how he just instantly had the sniffles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a fun touch.
Well, he was
that-
cold.
He was cold. I mean, it was Sub-Zero
Yeah,
cold, and
yeah.
and I mean that outfit, it doesn't look super warm. Like
Well,
it's
he was
built
able to
for
survive in that cape.
it's built to be breathable. But Batman being a caring and passionate person and doing the research, we get detective part of it, because I think that good Batman media does the best of showing all the facets of Batman. So you get like Detective Batman, you get like, we'll beat your fucking face in Batman, but you get like really vulnerable, like, these are all the little, and even a good Bruce from time to time. And this episode really hits a lot of those notes. I mean, you have Bruce go up there being like, hey, fellow billionaire, and then it's just like, cool, I got the info I needed. Also, you're a dickhead. I don't know. But that's me ranting. Other thoughts?
Wasn't my favorite episode.
Mm-hmm.
I
I didn't think this one would be yours. I feel like you're going to enjoy the Joker episodes more.
Probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Well, one of them was, yeah.
Right. Any other likes or dislikes before we move on in?
It wasn't my favorite, but I enjoyed the mixture of campy along with very much this is Batman.
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze is just a good villain.
Yeah, it's just good, man. You love a good tragic love story. I don't know. I'm a sucker for that.
I don't know. Call me just an idiot, but I did not know Mr. Freeze was a common thing.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was a villain.
He's a well-known villain.
He's an incredibly well-known villain. He's like probably top 5er in Batman
You've
verse.
not seen the Schwarzenegger movie.
Okay,
Joker,
if he's
like,
top 5,
yeah.
he's number 5. Okay, there's the Penguin,
Joker,
there's
Harley
Joker, there's the
Joker,
Riddler.
Harley Quinn,
There's
Penguin.
Poison Ivy,
Mm-hmm.
We start to get into baddies, but
Catwoman.
Catwoman, anti-hero at this point, but I mean, we start to split
That's what I'm
hairs.
saying. I think of probably 8 or 10 others before I think of Mr. Freeze.
To be
I don't-
fair,
it doesn't
it's
even
an unfair
happen.
plethora. Every one of Batman's
Unfair.
characters
Fair.
is
I
great.
put
Batman has a
Mr.
lot of
Freeze
well-known villains.
higher up just because of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Like it's
He got a movie, I'll put it
it's
that
so good.
Mr. Freeze got a movie?
Mr.
Yeah.
Freeze got a whole.
And he plays a prominent role in
The
it.
fact that you haven't watched this means that
It's
he's
the
gonna
same.
pick.
Oh
it.
yeah.
I was gonna say, the
like-
fact that I haven't
yeah.
watched this is a very good.
It's
you know,
that one's Batman and
point to
Robin.
this.
No, that one's not Batman and Robin. It's Batman.
Is it not
I thought
Batman
it
and
was
Robin?
Batman and
I'm
Robin.
pretty sure.
No, it
it's
is Batman and Robin because
man.
I was forgetting which one was Bane and Bane and Ivy, and that one's Freeze. That's all the same movie. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Freeze and
Yeah,
Joker
I forget
and
that they're all sitting in the same movie.
Two-Face.
Yeah, Poison Ivy was
Poison
the
Ivy,
Scarecrow.
yeah.
I think Scarecrow's not very.
Yeah, he's not that.
Scarecrow is actually pretty
Scarecrow's
mean.
pretty low tier, and I think it only gets elevated because of him being in like
in
the
the
Dark
original.
Knight.
Yeah,
Dark Knight,
because
the first one.
The fact that we got
Nolan.
Nolan was in the pick for him in modern verse in this one, but I think people who've been paying attention to the show and games and any other of the outside other Batman media, Freeze is very recognizable.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move on.
Anyways, next episode is Joker's Favor?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever episode it is on HBO Max. I don't know, go fucking do your own research, whatever episode. Depending where you find it, it might be a different one. So Joker's Favor. This is another episode that I enjoy all the camp of it, but what I really enjoy is that there's this really sinister undertone to the whole idea of it. Like, this average guy gets caught in, like, Because it makes you
pretty
think.
bad situation that
Right. Imagine you
sort of couldn't help.
Imagine you're in Gotham, you're having the fucking worst day of your life, and the goddamn Batman blows past you, and you're just like, and then you got this other dickhead, and then it's the Joker,
Yeah.
and now he's got your family's info, and he's just and you're his hobby.
Mhm.
Like, he calls you up 2 years later.
Mhm.
Like, that
After
whole...
you've gone to the lengths of like changing your name
and
getting into the witness protection program, moving states.
And him just calling him up, and every time he talks to him as a new name, like,
Yeah.
which is just kind of like mocking the idea. It's like, you cannot get away from me. I don't care how you change your name.
This one kind of felt like Nolan's Joker.
Yeah, like it's a lot more chaotic energy Joker on that one, but also we get Harley Quinn in this episode when she gets. I give her a very whole. I mean, she gets her whole other episode later because she deserves it. But I just love the sinister undertone on this one, and I love the two things it does really well is that it makes it feel the campy tone of Batman while still again nailing the good stuff. Like Batman, whenever he's like in there dealing with everybody. Feels like the fortune nature that he is. Like, I love it when they just show him in his silhouette with just the eyes. That fucking Batman always gets me stoked.
That big, like, talking about the Joker too, just that big long chin,
Yeah.
the big falcon nose, and the big glowing smile.
But it's so, like, goofy funny watching him be a force of nature because Harley's like, oh yeah, thanks for getting me, Batman. Let me just go ahead and grab these daggers over here. Oh jeez, you know, like,
oh shucks.
Which sounds more Rick and Morty than Harley Quinn. But you know, then whenever they're going through the whole temple and there's all these little just like fun gags and things like that, and
what a ridiculous location.
it is.
Why would there be an accurate reconstruction of a like Aztec temple with poison darts and spike pits
The funny part,
in the middle of Gotham City?
The-
What was that for?
and it's in the
love it.
museum too,
Yeah.
right? So like,
So it's a walkthrough.
Yeah.
Exhibit.
the funniest
Yeah.
part to me is that like in canon, as far as that episode tells it, that is how it is there. Joker doesn't put it together that way.
Yeah.
It is just built to be a
Yeah.
fucking death trap. But also, what did Joker had? Means he probably went through it at least once to figure out where all those
Oh
stuff
yeah,
is.
he had to have known about that.
Yeah. So, you know, this goes behind the scenes thinking of what happens in the world, and for me, that's what maybe cracks me up the most is that Joker to be like, oh shit, there's fucking pedals here, and like he's stumbling through all this stuff, and he's like, oh,
Dancing through the darts.
I'm gonna get Batman with this one, and he just plugs it all back up, gets the spinning blades, you know. But I love how the episode wraps, where it's just like. I forget his name, which is the funniest part too. The everyday citizen that Joker torments the entire time.
Because it calls him Charlie, right?
Charlie or
Oh,
Jazz,
that's
whatever.
his
He
name.
calls him a bunch of different names. But by the time it's at the end, it's Charlie about to just blow up Joker. He's like, nah, fuck it. It's not going to be Batman.
Yeah.
It's not going to be this. It's going to be Charlie whatever Kaufman or whatever his name is. And Joker's just screaming Batman, and I love it. It's just like, how long have you been there? Long enough. It's just so... Oh god, it's everything I love about Batman. It's like this really is having your cake and eat it. And I think maybe the hardest thing to adapt over when you go to live action especially is that it really feels like you have to lock in on one of the tones and you only get a little bit of another. Where Batman the Animated Series, maybe why it's the definitive piece of Batman media to me is that it just does it all so effortlessly and works. An ongoing theme that I find on all the episodes, but these three in specific because I just fondly enjoy them. Seeing an everyday guy almost blow up the Joker, and that could have just been it, is like such
It could have blown up Batman too if that were a real.
I
bomb.
know, like Batman
He
was.
threw it at Batman.
It was at his feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Batman just looks at it and it's just like, if this is how I go, fuck it. You know, like he's like, I'm not gonna stop a citizen, and I'm not gonna kill Joker.
And as soon as it goes off, isn't that when Batman goes, ha?
yeah, yeah.
Like the worst laugh ever, but it is funny.
It is fun.
Yeah.
That's the point though. It just has its cake and eat it. I think that's such a great episode. It's sinister up front with its tone. And the guys already are rolling up to him as the Joker's calling. So, you know, like, the coordination on that is insane. You know, this is before cell phones. So, and also it's one of, I don't think it's the first introduction, but it is one of the earliest episodes of Harley Quinn. She's introduced in an earlier episode, and I wanted to pick that one, but unless we have anything else to say about this episode.
No, I don't like the Meatloaf slander.
Fuck Meatloaf. He's right.
Yeah, nah, he's alright.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
right. Meatloaf
no,
sucks, bro.
Like,
It's-
that's...
Meatloaf.
It's a
I do
bunch of
too.
ketchup meat. Like, it's gross.
Alright, so
So?
you're light on the ketchup, but you're
Ugh.
good, because that's what got the whole thing started. He was like, man, and Becky's making meatloaf
He's
tonight.
right.
My life sucks.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, he wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
then he gets
Meatloaf's
entangled with the
good.
Joker. It's good enough. It's good enough not to like ruin your whole day over.
All right, we got
you know?
2-2 split. Annabeth, off screen real quick. Meatloaf. She's
Hey!
pro-
You made the wrong.
Thumbs
call
up.
there.
I'm pro meatloaf.
I've also seen her make a
The
spaghetti
food and the band.
She
Mm.
the band's a little different, but I've also seen her eat a spaghetti-o pizza recently.
That's right, you have.
Yeah.
Jill ate it too.
I did also eat the spaghetti pizza.
Less willingly than I did.
It was acceptable.
So fans, I'll let you decide if you think that's a vote worth listening to or not. Next episode, Harley's favorite.
Mad Love.
Mad Love, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of the episode on that one.
I
Mad
don't remember
Love.
the episode number either, so.
No, I remembered the episode number. Mine was right where I watched it. Finger closer. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in.
So this is Harley's origin story.
Yeah, this is Harley origin story as well as kind of the closest we get to like Harley breaking up with Joker in verse. on
And the
this one.
closest we get to Batman dying.
Yeah, I mean truly like Harley kills it. So for the plotline on this
Nonchalantly too.
episode, very yeah.
Like,
you-
he was
Batman
gonna
even
accept it.
afterwards is just like, yeah, she almost got me.
Yeah. If I didn't talk her out of it, I was just gonna die.
It's like, I knew you would save me.
You would
Yeah.
screw it up.
Yeah. That's a classic you move. What? Yeah, so plot of this episode, Joker's doing his hijinks trying to catch Batman again. I also just love how much behind the scenes stuff that you get to see, like how Joker schemes to get the Batman and how it why the Lego Batman is such a great job of
The domestic
expressing
violence.
of love story
Go,
between
there's some
between
domestic
Joker and
violence.
Batman.
domestic
There,
violence.
there's
Yeah.
a
Oh, there's a
loud
lot of that,
smack
too.
and a Harley sliding across the pavement at some
It was the
point.
'90s. We didn't call it that then, so.
No, that's domestic. That's
It-
that's
it
why
is.
that episode hits hard.
I mean, it does, right? But this
Because
is
like not only does she like
guys. I was getting there. There's a chronological storytelling.
Oh, go for
Yeah,
it.
I had that. All right, so whatever.
We
yeah,
open at the dentist.
we open at the dentist.
Which is the
And-
fun part.
Yeah, this is the part where he's got Jim Gordon and he's using him as bait for Batman, and it's all going to plan, and then it doesn't because Batman's it.
Mhm.
And Joker's like, ugh. And then Harley's like, well, what about this? And then she gets smacked around for talking out of line.
Well,
Yeah.
and Batman actually gives the Joker shit for it being too obvious what he was trying to do.
Yeah, and he's like, this is a classic Joker move. You're gonna do that. Harley's the one who's kind of putting it together. So Harley goes off on her own. And is like, oh, I'll just do it for Mr. J. And then she goes and do her own little plot, which is wildly more effective than anything the Joker's ever done with it. And I love the fact that she was just like, oh, the piranha idea wasn't working, and then I figured to make him smile, you gotta just hang him
turn
upside down.
Yeah,
And I'm like, that's so good.
Yeah.
Like,
that was good.
yeah.
But
Meanwhile,
then you had to explain the joke.
yeah, right. So
Ruins it.
it does.
And then she gets smacked.
Yeah, and then smacked right on her ass on that one, and she's like, "I'll just go do it myself," and then she pretty much does. But then he, Batman being
But not only that, she also got the whole she set up the
she
trap and everything.
Yeah.
She double crosses him. She even has a dummy version of the Joker
That
on
was
a boat
Mhm.
come
Coming up.
rushing
With a Tommy gun, just
Yeah.
mowing them down
while she tranks Batman. Then
the girl's good.
Yeah, Harley Quinn is. I mean, she. So you
Why
might
it's
not know
such
this.
a tragic story.
It is. You might not know this. She did not exist in Batman lore until this show.
I don't care.
I care.
Really?
Yeah, she is a Batman the Animated Series original character.
So she
was
wasn't in the comics.
She was never a comic character. They made her as a character in this show, and then has since become probably the third most famous character from Batman, right behind Batman and Joker.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Maybe in the past few years.
yeah, I mean, in recency bias it has been, but that's my
Yeah, I
point.
think
Yeah.
she's more popular than Penguin was.
Margot Robbie has
But,
done
like-
has done a lot to bring up her value there, and then before then, to Batman fans paying attention who knew who
Okay.
Mr. Freeze was,
Yeah.
she has been.
I guess
blowing
on a
up.
side
To
note, though.
Batman fans, period.
She has a whole
Yeah.
animated show before she even got Margot Robbie.
Yeah. Well, again, brand new though.
Yeah, but
Like,
like within
4
the
years ago?
within the last 7 or 8. She's like 5 seasons into her show right
I
now.
guess what I'm getting at
Harley
is
Quinn's been established for a long time.
I know,
And
but
if it
Since
was
this
just
show?
off of the show, I would.
this would have been 93, 94. Yeah, exactly. She's original property as of 93, 97 or something like that. 96, 97, whenever the show starts airing. But no, I'm talking about the more recent HBO Max show that's Harley Quinn and that stuff. And
yeah, that one is brand new. I thought.
like 6, 7 years old.
I'm going to challenge you, but we can.
I will
continue.
look it up.
I think
Sure.
You might lose me.
You really want to challenge me on Batman's related stuff?
I don't know. I'm just not a big Harley.
It's
Quinn
probably
fan.
more than 6 or 7. Harley's fantastic. You're tripping, bro. Harley is one of the best things in Batman, and I defend that to the grave. Feel free to look it
I mean,
You guys
this is my
continue.
favorite of the 3 episodes.
up. Yeah.
And speaking of, this is also the origin story.
2019.
Yeah, so about 6 years.
Yeah.
6, maybe even 7. I was like 19, 6.
Like
There you go.
there's a whole lot of like stuff going on in the modern or like the current point in the story, but then there's also a big chunks of flashbacks
Oh,
to
and-
like
Yeah.
her origin, which is the origin that has been pretty consistently kept across
Yep.
all media.
They really
as
haven't
well.
changed this one, and I appreciate that about it, because I think it's great to have Joker not to have a predisposed origin, but
Mhm.
Harley Quinn feels like a character who needs to.
Mhm.
So
Well, it's one that just fits.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
It's a good origin story.
yeah, she was effectively a therapist and worked at the Arkham Asylum, and she just falls for Mr. J because Joker's a charming guy. Fair, credit's due. And hijinks ensued is a bit of an understatement, but
Dude, and Batman just hits her with the straight facts.
yeah.
It's like, oh my god, let me guess, he told you about this story, and she's like, it was
What?
actually the this, and then
He was,
like,
I was
she's-
this much when he told me that.
Yeah,
It was just,
exactly.
what? Like, dude, that episode's so good. Like, yeah.
I do like this one quite a bit for that reason.
But I love that it paints. So we have like Harley Quinn, and then we have the person Harleen Quinzel. But like I love that Batman speaks to the person more than the villain that is Harley, right? Because it's just going back to the point where he talks to her like a domestic violence victim, survivor is the more recent terms. But he talks to her like somebody who's gone through it, and even the little. I love that it's all sugar coated with the. Oh, this story is what he told me. This is and that's just showing the manipulative angles and stuff that he does with her. And coming back to that, I'm just like, oh, this is such a great episode in telling again a serious story with like all the superhero painted over it, so it's digestible to like people who are younger. You're watching it and you're like, huh. And then as I'm older, I find so much more appreciation about it.
Yeah.
Not your favorite though.
Not my favorite.
Okay.
Better than Mr. Freeze.
I mean, I probably like it a little bit more than Mr. Freeze, but I love the Freeze episode.
Yeah, I mean this one's probably one of the best ones.
Yeah, this is just a solid one. I mean, it's focused on. I mean, and again, this is like much later into the series' lifespan, so this is like season 3 for HBO Max, but this is like one of the last chunks of episodes.
It's a very meta episode, and in the fact that Batman's even like kind of out of character, being like, it's very obvious what you're doing, Joker. Like your tricks are tired, and then he's getting really frustrated about that. And then, like, the extra layer of him being like, yeah, I knew you were going to, if I got her to call you, you were going to put a stop to this. And, like, just all that, like, meta kind of outside of the characters. That
He
they're
shouldn't
playing.
know this in the world, but he does.
He didn't really have to lift a finger
it
at
makes sense
all.
that he
It
knows
does,
this stuff, but the fact that he's talking to him in a very, like, not like we're villains, more like
Right.
we just are people that know each other.
And he didn't have to lift a finger.
No, he didn't.
Like, Batman let everything just unravel itself because, again,
He
the
psychologically
Joker was
just-
able to,
mind gamed himself out of it. But I think
Yeah.
part of the what makes that really great too is that especially in verse, there's so much credence to that, because especially this episode is like, I don't know, in the last batch of episodes, let's say it's like the last 10 or so, don't quote me on the exact number, but it's season 3, later in season 3, which is HBO Max's standard of tail end of the
Maybe
tail
it
end.
is. Maybe it's only halfway through.
Who fucking knows? Either way. But either way, it's showing that there's an established time that Batman has spent with both of these characters enough to know this enough, where it's just like, if I knew Joker's name, I would just call him Harry or something. I would just call him that at this point, because that's what he does with One of the other great things about Batman as a core is that he typically, after he deals with his villain gallery, he goes back to calling them their people names. He always goes back to calling them who they are.
Does he do that? He does that to Mr. Freeze
Yeah,
in that
he'll-
episode.
he'll call
like,
him
once
Victor.
Once
Yeah.
he figures out what his name is and where he comes from, yeah.
He calls Victor. When he talks to Harley, he just refers to Harley. He doesn't go for Harleen, because, that's like almost dead naming, I guess, at that point for a certain degree. But, if these characters have people names, he calls them the people name. And that's such a really important detail to show how much Batman does care about these people, while also having to beat their ass sometimes.
I almost wonder if it's just like him trying to take that power
Take
from
the
them.
power
Yeah,
from
he's
the room.
justify
Yeah.
them.
That's not who you are. That's not who you should be. Go be listen. You're a fucking scientist. You make cryo shit, man. You could be doing cool shit, and you're in prison
Yeah.
because you tried to freeze
With
Elon
an extra
Musk.
AC unit.
Yeah,
you need to be chilly.
You're in Guatemala because you fucked with Elon during his Doge era or something. I don't know. Yeah, so I think it all comes back to just everything about this show just got Batman so right. It gets the villain so right. It gets the tone so right. It's great. Which ties in really well to the final episode, which is not technically Batman the Animated Series, But we're going into Epilogue from Justice League, which is a Batman Beyond and Batman the Animated Series kind of conclusion episode on this one.
It's not a conclusion, really. It's more like a.
It ties up Batman.
It tells you
But
that
not for Beyond. I mean,
Oh no, Beyond there's still
for
technically more.
Beyond, it's like it could be anywhere.
This could
along
be anywhere in the
timeline.
timeline. Yeah.
It's like at some point that he like stops being so pissed off.
Right. This could be a middle act for Batman
Yeah.
Beyond, objectively, right? But I think it makes a lot more
I
sense.
mean,
It's
it's
a little
closer
bit
to
later.
the end because he's gonna marry that girl.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you only get married on the tail end of a Batman tragedy, or at the beginning,
Unless she dies.
or a beginning of the tragedy when she's about to die. One of the two. But I want to talk specifically. We'll ignore Terry for right now and Batman Beyond stuff. I don't know. Maybe
It's hard to ignore Terry.
I mean,
Is he an angry?
he is
angry
an
boy.
angry guy. And to be fair, the storyline of Terry stuff is a little dumb.
Oh yeah, like this episode and the way it explains it is super dumb.
Yeah, we effectively make Batman a Terry clone. Like Terry's a Batman clone in
Mhm.
short. Like he
Because
But
his
he's not a
dad,
clone.
his dad's sperm
Gets
was
Batman's.
genetically engineered to be Batman.
Okay, it's really dumb. If we're being
It's
totally
very,
honest,
very
It's
dumb.
this
with
is
fucking like little worm bots that just
Or-
surround his sperm and turn it into Bruce Wayne's sperm.
that's correct.
All via just a shot. Like
Yep.
A flu shot.
I mean, to be fair,
It's a
Yeah.
hell of a flu shot.
You've
That
never
was a
got those
big-ass
shots.
canister, and they put it in his arm, and it went all the way down.
yeah.
Knew where it was going.
So I want to ignore that part of the
I'm glad
episode.
you guys paid that much attention to it because I just didn't like the episode.
Ah, alright,
Like,
yeah.
I thought it was
Well,
the
you just
worst
focus
one.
on just the flashback to Batman.
So
then
let's
it's
go
great.
to here's the actual part of the episode that I would,
This is the only part he wanted.
This is actually really
I
the
wish
only
we
part.
would have not seen the rest.
because as I watched that part, I was like, this is kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm a Batman diehard defender. And I'm like, this shit kind of suck. Like
Well,
they
she
need
had
to.
the Oracle basically like talking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh, whenever
like
he's talking
the
to Waller.
Matrix Oracle.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. Yeah, it was the Matrix Oracle. It was
Yeah.
basically the equivalent. I don't
Effectively, but it's Waller from the Suicide Squad. Anyway, it's not the point.
know.
So
bending spoons or something.
she's not that strong. Anyways, but the flashback of Batman, not Beyond, just a regular Bruce here. Oh god, this is such a heartbreaking but beautiful little thing where it's him going in and Waller's just like. So this is a little bit of context. I'm not going to give you much, but Waller effectively makes like
Who's Waller?
Waller's the Oracle.
Okay.
The one that Terry's
Oracle.
talking to, the
Okay.
old version of her. But she's historically known to be putting together, like, she'll put together all these villains and make them go on suicide hero missions.
Okay.
That's her thing, right? So
Yeah.
everybody's expendable
Yeah.
as long as the mission gets done. That's her energy.
Okay.
So, obviously, she puts Batman up to this mission where he has to go kill a kid, right? Because she's creating these, like, illusions that turn into reality, and she's reality warping things, and it's fucking up the whole world.
Mhm.
Also, her brain tumor's about to go off, and who knows what happens when that goes off.
That was Ace.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Ace.
yeah, it's-
Ace is the brain tumor one. right?
Okay, cool.
So Batman is told by Waller
Okay.
to go kill Ace,
Okay.
the kid.
Okay.
And
Which
Bat-
is her.
Correct. So, I'm going to keep going. So, Batman goes in, everybody's superheroing on the outside. He's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go, kill this kid, I guess.
Mhm.
And then he doesn't, 'cause clearly. But I don't know. I remember watching this, as probably 10, 11, 12, probably in those age ranges, maybe 13. I don't remember when exactly Justice League this episode aired. This episode's so fucking dark, but it's such a great character moment for Batman as a person again on this one, where it's this is one of those ones where it just sits there and it's like if you just watch the clip of him walking in, doing this whole thing, it's a start to finish moment that is everything about Batman in a lot of ways. And
You didn't get the guy throwing a temper tantrum in the first 15 minutes of the show.
yeah, that's Batman too.
He's still trying to ignore that.
We're not talking about Beyond.
Well,
We're
we're talking
talking
about the 15-minute temper tantrum. We're
I
just gonna
mean-
talk about the 3-minute talking
Look,
to a
just
girl
let
on a
him-
swing
let
set.
him have his
let me have
moment,
it.
and
Let
then
me
we
have
can
it.
talk
We're talking
about
about
that.
we can talk about Batman Beyond whenever I put that on the wheel.
It's not Batman Beyond. This is Justice League Unlimited.
Same all
This is
verse.
once again. You're not
So
saying
anyway,
the name
we're
of the
sitting on
thing.
a swing with Ace.
So we're sitting on the swing with Ace, and she's sitting there, and he's like, "Yeah, Waller came here, or Waller sent you in here to kill me." He's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Are you gonna?" "No," and he just sits there, talks with her.
Mhm.
She's like, "Will you stay with me?" He's like, "Yeah," just holds her hand,
Mhm.
and it's just this beautiful, lovely little send off on a character that you don't even have to know anything about. That I'm immediately like, "Oh, this is heartbreaking." Like, Nathan, you hate kids.
Plot-wise, I'm a little confused because I thought the whole point of killing her was because if she had an aneurysm, then everything was gonna like explode.
They were uncertain if it was going to
Yeah.
explode.
So he's just like gambling. That he'd be
Waller
fine.
Yeah.
said that it was going to be bad.
Waller said
And
it would
he
be bad.
decided, no.
Nah, fuck that. I think
roll the dice.
Waller's the type of person to lie to make you do something,
Mm.
and he knows
I mean,
that.
she
about Waller.
she tried to get Batgirl to freaking kill Terry's parents.
Yeah,
looks like.
he did. She did do that. I mean, case in
Supposed to
point.
be Batgirl?
Yeah, that's older Batgirl.
Yeah.
Huh, I didn't know that.
That's Batgirl whenever she's old.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, Waller. Here's what Batman knows about Waller. Waller's kind of a piece of shit who has like the greater good in mind, but she'll use anything to get you there.
So really, she's a Batman villain.
Real, I mean, effectively, right? But she's on the government payroll, so he's like, oh, out of my pay district.
Mm-hmm.
So he does kind of play along with it, but he's just like, I'll risk it.
Mm.
And yeah, and then all the illusion fades away. He comes out carrying her out. And it's just a beautiful little moment on that one. If I could have just posted that clip, maybe that would have been easier. But
I think you actually can find it sometimes.
oh, I pulled that clip up like so many times. Yeah, that's when I.
But we also got about 15 minutes wrapped around this with Terry being very angry,
Yeah, he's
smashing,
so mad.
Smashing cups.
Mhm.
What I love Waller's little commentary on that. Like I didn't need
She
two
just keeps
voices.
going on. Like he's just
Like-
talking, and she's just like, "Well, I guess I don't need that many cups anyway. I
Yeah.
don't have that many friends anymore."
I don't really have. Yeah,
I'm dying.
all my
anyway.
friends are gone, so what do I need the cups for on that
Yeah.
one? Like, it's funny. The bat DNA is fucking dumb. Like, it's so bad. I remember like rewatching. I was like, man, why is this all in the same
I'm
episode?
surprised that in this episode he doesn't get really mad at her
Yeah,
for her having admitted that, like, yeah, I did all this.
she's like, oh, I did that. Yeah, she was like, we
Like,
did.
I'm the reason you are where you are.
You're you because I was like, we needed a Batman, and I just somehow Waller thought the best way to do this was I'll just make a clone.
Yeah.
By overwriting the DNA of some other man's sperm. That poor guy. You know what? But here's the other thing.
That man got cucked.
Yeah, he got cucked so bad.
He did, but at least his son's the new
Yeah,
and true Batman.
I mean, true. So he is. I mean, I'm a firm believer that it doesn't need to be this genetic line. It doesn't we don't need to have presidents all be of the same family. We don't need Batmans to be all of the
It
same
wasn't
family.
the point of the actual like before Unlimited, just the Batman that
Yes.
Terry's in. Like he's not his son in that show, right?
Well, no, this is all part of that lore. So.
Yeah, but this is after.
Oh, yeah, but after the fact.
Like the
right.
entire time that show aired,
Yeah.
you assume he's not his son.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know that fact. And honestly, true fans ignore it.
No, it's a fact.
No, it's a fact, but we.
I saw the little microbots changing the sperm.
That's he saw
They
it
swarmed
with his
it.
own two eyes.
There was probably like hundreds of those little weird worm things. It was very strange.
Weird worm things.
Like, what is fucking weird thing to do?
To be fair, at least it's Waller and not Bruce making. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah,
he,
like-
does, he does accuse Batman of
That's
being the one to do
probably
it,
yeah.
maybe
which
that's
was-
why Terry isn't so mad.
He's
it's
just
like he's wanting to be mad at Bruce, and you're hitting him with this stuff where it's like, no, it wasn't actually him.
Oh, no.
And he's still just focused on Bruce. It's like, okay, I guess I'm not that mad at him now.
Seems a little fucked up to take it out on him because he's like old and I like.
I wish he would have squished the pills. Like whenever they all.
That
fell
kills
on the
people,
floor. That's
Mason.
what I'm saying. He essentially tried to. He just walked away.
No, he wants him to hurt really, really bad. He's
So he
like,
wants him to fall down on his knees and
What's-
pick him up with his teeth.
what's the chance that Batman dies if he doesn't take his pills? You know, like Terry's like,
That's the
Terry
gamble
took the
I wanna
risk that
see.
Batman with Ace took. He was just
Yeah.
like, I'm willing to risk it.
Yeah,
He probably
walks
won't.
away.
because he's his son.
Yeah, right. Same guy. So anyways, those are all the episodes that we watched on Batman, the animated series, mostly. I don't want to fat them perfectly fitted, but I guess we'll just rank them, because that seems like a good way to top
Yeah,
out on
that's
that
the
one.
fairest way to do
Are we
these
ranking
things.
the whole Justice League Unlimited episode or just the part with?
Mason's going to insist that all of it gets in, and Nathan's going to insist it all gets in. So, which is hard, because talk about having some of the highest highs and the lowest lows simultaneously in an episode. This is a teeter-totter episode for sure.
I mean, sperm nanobots are quite the thing.
Yeah.
AI. I don't know.
Cutting edge.
Jill, start us off. Which is let's go from bottom up. What's your least favorite of the
well,
batch?
If we're doing the whole episode, it has to be the Justice Unlimited one.
All right. If
You mean the one that was hardest to find? You mean
Yeah.
the one that caused the most controversy?
wasn't that much?
You mean the
controversy.
one that
If
isn't
it-
even
if
in the
it
same
was
show?
Just the clip,
Okay,
it
if
would be
it's-
number 2, but it's
Fair,
not.
fair.
Otherwise, it's the bottom.
Okay.
The rest are all just personal preference, which would be like
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze, and then the Joker one, and then Mad Love as the top.
Okay.
because I really liked Mad Love. I liked Mr. Freeze, but I thought the Joker one was probably a better episode.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean that's the order.
It's just like that's correct. If it's just the clip, which I'm just gonna go with that one for right now, the order is Joker's Favor, Heart of Ice, the clip, and then Mad
Mad
Love.
Love.
Yeah, Mad Love's a peak episode. I don't think I'm gonna fight anybody on that one. Mason,
It was definitely the epilogue episode. That was
at bottom
Is your top
Oh,
one?
yeah, no.
Your number one?
or your top,
Your favorite of all
the
time?
bottom. Yeah.
yeah, the worst thing I've ever seen.
If it was just the clip.
I think I am very biased in the fact that I had to just hurry and rush to
You
watch
did,
it.
yeah. It was.
Didn't even know it existed. I thought,
And you had watched
up
some
until
other
about
random
2 hours
episode.
ago.
You
I
have
thought I
all
had
week
seen
to
it.
try and
Do you
find
think
That's
you would
true.
have had a better
I watched
time
it
if
3
you had
nights ago.
watched the Batman and Catwoman episode instead of this?
I can tell you all about
where,
that one.
Where would you rank that one?
Yeah,
how
where's
was
that one fall?
Probably third.
Ah, see, so it's not really.
So it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah, really. I'm
Well,
like,
so it's funny because that was the last one I'd seen, is Batgirl and Catwoman.
yeah.
And as I was watching it, I was like, okay, I get the Joker one, the Favor. Like, that one's going to be fun because Dylan probably wanted to put that one in there because of this. And then, like, Mr. Freeze, I didn't really know. And then Mad Love, I was like, okay, that adds lore for Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
As I was watching, like, the Batgirl and this one, I was
Yeah,
like, what is his angle on this one?
I don't know why you didn't message and say, Dylan, I'm a little confused about where you're.
No,
like,
I was like, well, maybe
I
he
see
likes
it in these
Batgirl.
three.
Like, maybe he has lore about Batgirl because she's this college student. I don't know
yeah,
her name.
yeah.
Barb?
Barbara.
Barb, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Barbara Gordon. It's this commissioner's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well.
Is Robin Dick?
Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
Okay, because he also shows up in that episode.
Yeah.
And he's like just a college boy.
Yeah.
But
Midway.
you get both of them out of their masks, and then she calls him Dick later, and I was like, is that the guy?
Yeah.
Anyways, and he's in the Robin costume.
Real quick,
Yeah.
you actually haven't said anything about just the clip, the good part of the episode. What's your vibe on that one?
It's okay. It was cluttered, like with all this other stuff that I didn't understand.
You needed to
the-
watch it in a healthier spot.
I did, because
Yeah.
I didn't like the noir, and I normally do.
Yeah.
I didn't like that there was a brat that was going off about being Batman and it just not working out for him. I hated the fact that he just quits Justice League for no reason.
Oh,
He literally just leaves, and he's like, I'm just tired of this.
Yeah.
And and then by the time I did like the Royal Flush Gang,
Uh-huh.
I was like searching for the
Yeah, the
Yeah, that-
Flash Gang was
Royal
cool.
Flush
That was
Gang.
me, and we didn't
they're
talk
cool
about them
villains.
at all.
Yeah.
And, well, I mean, they were only there
And the
for a
fact
couple
that they
minutes.
turn just into like very dopey looking normal ass
The
humans.
woman
after-
turns into a guy. Like
Yeah.
there's
Well,
yeah.
like the king is like in a throne, and he's just like
Yeah,
just
like it's old
floating in
man.
a chair. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand that, but I was like, all right, that's cool.
They're all. It's like who they would like to be.
Yeah. So this
right.
part that was nice and elegant and super sad, I was like,
is in the mix of an otherwise very
didn't hit
clunky-
for me at all, just because I was like trying to keep up with who the hell Terry is.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care.
I know for you, you're like
I don't
Were
care.
you aware of the Batman
No.
show that he was in?
No,
Okay.
If
not
you-
at all.
he didn't know Mr.
You
Freeze.
would
You
have a
don't. You
higher
know full well.
tolerance if you watch Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond's sick.
You would still be like, man,
Yeah.
why he gotta be so?
Though I also don't
Itchy.
like they made him like really buff in Justice League Unlimited. He was like
Yeah,
a lot
he
slimmer.
was-
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a slim.
I
Like,
will say he looked different
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I had watched those other Batman animated ones
Yeah.
before that, and
Mhm.
as soon as he showed up on screen, he had the little ninja star in his hand. I was like, so that's supposed to be Batman? I was like, I don't think so. But then I was like, well, that's a different series.
Especially for you, I could feel this being very confusing because if your knowledge is, I don't know who Mr. Freeze is, you sure as fuck don't know who Terry and Batman Beyond is. On
I didn't
this
know
one?
there was multiple Batmans.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really only
There's only two.
two in the
Oh.
animated verses.
There's
It's,
a bunch of Robins.
there's a shit ton of Robins. There's like 5 currently.
I think I'd heard that before, but also
Yeah.
Robin doesn't like he's not anywhere anyway. Like he's not a big.
He gets some of his own series.
He gets-
just like when he's like what Red Wing.
Oh, he's in Teen
Nightwing.
Titans,
Nightwing
man.
is
Nightwing.
yeah, he's Teen
He's in
Titans.
Teen Titans.
Yeah, he's in
Yeah,
Teen Titans.
that's a
He's
great show.
He
Oh, I
leads
love
Teen
Teen
Titans.
It's a fantastic show.
But I
Yeah.
thought that was like a knockoff Robin. Like,
No,
they all just
it's,
were
no, that
fast.
is that's just him as a kid. Like they just
Oh.
present him as the kid version because
Okay.
depending on the mediums, he comes out as either like a young college age kid or
Yeah.
like when Batman first picks him up, he's a kid. Like
Gotcha.
yeah.
Also, there's several different Robins of different ages.
Yeah, then we have Jason Todd. We have Red Hood.
Was it like Damon or was it?
Damien is the 4th one.
Hmm.
That's his actual biological son, which gets more confusing later.
Wait, he has a kid?
He does have a kid, but
He smashed.
But in lore, he comes
No, it's a flu
after
shot.
Batman Terry clone has
It's
already
the
been
little
implemented. Like
worms.
Okay.
he's later in comics. This is like mid 2010s, maybe 2015 or something like that when Damien gets introduced in comics.
But yeah, the Terry Batman is like cyberpunk Batman.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's set in the future. Batman's old as shit as you see.
And that was
And-
kind of jarring as well because I was like,
Yeah.
I've never really thought Batman could get old, but like,
Straight up imagine
Wow.
Blade
Just a
Runner.
dude.
yeah.
Blade Runner, but Batman, and he just takes on this young kid to be fucking Blade Runner Batman.
Yeah,
It's actually fucking sick.
yeah.
It's great.
He's-
Somebody should put that on the wheel.
Anyways,
Speaking of Batman calling people by
Right.
their names, he also calls Superman Kent.
That's true.
Yeah.
true.
He's a believer in the human of it.
Epilogue.
Yeah.
Then it definitely goes Freeze, and then I'd say it's probably Mad Love, and then the Joker's Favors.
Oh,
it
man.
was my number one.
All right.
I like that one. I thought it was fun.
Joker's Favor's a fun time. I won't fault you for it.
Yeah.
Like,
And I was expecting Charlie to be a villain at some point because that's just how this show goes. Like,
yeah, it feels
created
like
an
it.
origin
It just
story early
comes-
on.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah.
Go home, Charlie. Yeah, like
yeah.
right. So that not really scores. That I mean,
So we
do
have to do scores.
cumulative score?
I don't-
Because we can't.
I don't
do
care
full-
what you want to call it. I'm going to give the show a number.
Well, I mean that's what that's what I'm saying. We can't like for Excel purposes. We can't give 4 different scores.
No.
Yeah, no, we don't
definitely
do
not.
that. You,
Yeah.
you give one score.
One
So
score
you
to
have
the whole
to put
match.
into account the Justice League Unlimited
Yep.
episode in your score.
Yep.
Well, we're not getting tens today, boys. Jill starts up.
Oh, I have to go first?
Yeah, you do. It boomerangs around.
It's a good show. It's really good. Batman's good in it. It's 8.5.
Holy hell.
Mason, you're about to be the odd
The
one out.
oddball out.
You'll be the odd one out. I'll tell you right now.
I'm gonna ignore the Justice League thing.
Yeah, that's the best.
Like,
Dylan is going to kiss your
look,
feet.
that,
Yeah.
here's the thing. That was also a different TV show
Mm-hmm.
that you put in there.
I did.
That should count against you, but
Okay.
I'm gonna ignore it.
Yeah.
He doesn't do this often. Take advantage.
So ignoring that, I'd probably give it an 8 overall.
Mm-hmm.
Does kind of make me, for some reason, more so want to watch like the old Spider-Man TV show that came out around the same time.
That one's also really great.
Because that one's got the whole arc where Spider-Man turns into the actual Spider-Man.
Oh, Man Spider.
Man Spider.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Bro,
Yeah.
you missed out not watching these comic shows in the peak of these animated
Spider-Man
series.
literally
Oh my
turns into a
God.
fucking spider.
He's a four-armed, full spider
like his
face.
head goes into
I can
a
get into
spider
that.
face.
Yeah. Fun fact about that show, really quickly, before we move on to Mason's scores on this one. Spider-Man the animated series actually never got approvals to actually throw punches, so everything is done with slams. And you're mentally going to be like,
or what
that.
about pals or slaps?
No, none of it.
Really?
Batman's punching, slapping, doing all that shit. But Spider-Man never, like, I guess for whatever reasons, they had constraints that they couldn't.
Because
Dude.
he was younger?
They couldn't show violence.
They couldn't show violence. I think it was a network thing, like, because Batman was on WB, where, you know, Spider-Man was on, I don't know, whatever it was, I forget, Fox or something. But Spider-Man, in the whole period of that series, never throws a punch, and he never gets a punch thrown at him. It's all just slams and throws and stuff, and you think, surely that can't be right. I swear I remember that. Nope, Mandela, it's all slams, and it will kind of ruin some of the show for you on that front. But the stories are all really solid. Mason.
I want to preface, I did watch Saturday morning cartoons a little.
Uh-huh.
But I have always kind of had this thing, not on purpose, against like DC. Like I've never cared anything
That's
about
mostly fair.
Superman. I've never cared anything about Wonder Woman. I've never cared about, is it the Green Lantern?
Yeah, that's right.
You know, all
What
of
about
these.
the Martian Manhunter?
Yeah,
The what?
the Martian Manhunter.
I don't know what that is.
Dude,
Did you
he
see
was
it?
the
Watch, like,
coolest
Justice League?
part of
No.
Justice
He's just a
League.
Martian green guy,
He's
that can morph
literally
into
a
anything.
Martian.
Huh.
and he's a fucking, yeah, he's sick, bro.
I mean, I'm sure he's a kind of good guy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good story.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just
Um,
listing off Justice League, so I thought I'd
I want to,
Yeah.
I want to list more characters and start making some up in between. and
No,
see
you
if
could
he-
have made him up. And I'd be like, okay. Like the spider thing. Like that
Right.
could totally be
Man
fake.
spider
I don't know.
is definitely a thing.
He's imagining the Looney Tunes Martian guy.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Marvin, right? Marvin
Yeah,
the Martian?
Marvin.
Marvin,
Yeah, that's what I thought. No, but I don't like Batman very much at all. I think The Dark Knight is probably the most peak that peak could get, and this animated show is not my cup of tea. I think some things were kind of fun and kind of neat, but at the end of the day, was that the
You
spider?
Indiana Jones. There we go. That's Man Spider.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's not even like a little like, oh, he looks kind of spider. It's like, no, he's a freak.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be up in that.
Yeah.
Like spiders don't look as ugly as
No,
man
I
spiders.
took
No.
a wolf spider over that thing.
Man Spider's terrifying. Yeah.
I give this movie, or I give the show a 6.
Yeah, that
I
feels
think
about right.
it's kind of fun. I might still be hot versus an hour and a half ago when I was struggling to find everything, but
Yeah, I mean, you just had bad user experience all around this, so you can just go ahead and round up to a 7
I
whenever
watched
you
this-
circle back.
Oh
to
yeah,
this.
okay.
Like,
I watched the other 4 episodes 3 nights ago.
yeah. And see, here's the thing. I could have put more episodes on there because I had more room to wiggle, but I didn't want to because I thought that'd be greedy. So,
Yeah. But you brought some good trivia with this. Like, I didn't
Oh,
know
oh
about
my
the
God,
plan.
so
I didn't
much.
know about
Please-
all that stuff.
please ask
Good.
me more about Batman lore trivia. This is a 9.5. Batman the Animated Series as a whole is a perfect show to me. I would give it a 10 if I could, but I did throw in Sperm Terry Batman, and I'm trying to ignore it, and it should probably cost more points.
Too bad.
But it's so fucking dumb. But there's such a great fucking Batman scene in otherwise a bad shell of an episode. They almost bounce each other out.
Man, you had me thinking it was going to be good too, because you were like, oh yeah, it's like the secret origin of like Terry from Batman Beyond. It ties things together. It's like, oh, that sounds
really cool. Yeah, I did get to go
to
on
make
that.
sure that I catch this.
And then I was like, it's so fucking dumb. you gotta do some bait and switch sometimes. It's 9.5 though. I love most things Batman, and Batman Animated Series is like that's my whole platform, and it does such a great job of introducing you to the whole. I mean, mind you, I only picked like 3 episodes out of that original show. I've seen every one of those episodes multiple times, and talk about a show that does such a good job of putting you into like comic book lore and making a new generation of comic geeks in this way. Spider-Man around that same time, Justice League around that time, DC animated. I'll say this about DC. I'm with you for the most part. I think DC's like as a brand in general with it, but DC animated fucking for like 97 like Batman the Animated Series until like 20 something. I don't know. Historical.
They were rocking it through that period.
Crushing.
Like the only other thing that was like comparable to that was like the X-Men.
Yeah.
Series.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I was way more into the X-Men.
And X-Men was sick. X-Men, but you didn't watch that the
Not
revival
the newest
recently.
one, no.
Dude, it's so
Is
good.
it good? I want to watch it.
Dude, when
it's
I-
like 87 or something.
Yeah, Batman or 89.
89.
X-Men 89. But all right, I'll talk to you more about it after that. But no. So, anyways, I fucking love Batman, and this is everything to me. This is my whole childhood of Batman and the teaching, and the stories of all of it, and all the stuff that comes afterwards. For the most part, is all really really good. Batman Beyond is great. Justice League, great. Justice League Unlimited, pretty solid. Even though it's not all Batman, it's like they're fun.
Now my only main knowledge of the show is this episode, so.
Yeah.
Too bad.
So if you've only watched this episode of Justice League Unlimited, well, it's at least 50% amazing, 50% terrible, so... Hey, compared to some shows, at least you're getting high highs.
True.
Let's spin the wheel.
I wanted to make sure. What are our
Oh,
two,
yeah, is my wheel... I don't got an
I don't
arrow,
know.
right?
Where you're at.
Medium, the last medium... it's either him or...
Closet Dwarfs or him?
Oh, we're going Closet Dwarfs. We're going this way.
Okay.
Alright, so assume we're going blue if it lands on my slice again. Oh, it did one on mine again. Perfect.
So you went down to Closet
think-
Dwarfs?
Closet Dwarfs.
All right, Closet Dwarfs.
It's a Nathan pick,
Oh,
so I'm a little scared.
yes, I'm a little afraid.
Please be gargoyles.
I'm gonna guess it's
Yeah,
Is it
you gotta
Is
guess.
it a nostalgia pick or just like a movie?
I've not seen this before. It's a very old movie.
Oh,
I
so
don't
it's
know
the
what
worst
that
of both worlds.
I was gonna say either Gremlins or Small Soldiers, but
Oh
Oh,
god.
if
You
only
know,
it was Small Soldiers.
I
that'd be great.
recently watched Small Soldiers.
That's what I thought.
We could just Small
Say
Soldiers
that.
slaps.
Yeah, that
It's-
one
it's
goes
good.
hard. Yeah.
Those are not Closet Dwarfs.
no, they're not.
No, they're not.
small and can fit in a closet.
You know what it is. Yeah.
Annabeth.
Should I be
Annabeth
afraid?
knows what it is.
Hit it. Annabeth off screen. What is it?
Is it Time Bandits?
It's Time Bandits.
It's
I've
time.
never seen it, but my parents tell me like
Wait.
you gotta watch this movie. It's great.
This sounds like it's Clock Stoppers.
I know. I was about to
sequel.
say what.
No,
Is
this
it the same
this
verse?
Is a strange looking movie.
What is-
I recognize the name, but I'm not pulling an image. Like I
give
need
me,
to
give
cover.
me a synopsis or a movie poster or something.
I just want the
Hold
poster.
on. What's the? Oh no, I do recognize this now. Everything has that Goonies vibe too.
It looks
It,
like
it very much has a Goonies. look
Yeah.
It's
to
like a
it.
Salvador Dali poster.
That's not
Yeah,
what I
it
expect.
How long is it? Hour 50? Of course
Yeah,
it is.
almost 2
I
hours.
was expecting to say like 300
I
minutes.
know,
or something.
yeah.
It's from the year 1981,
Uh-huh.
so right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Waterworld times.
Oh yeah, and that looks like something
And-
that would
and
be in
there's some
the
nice,
pig?
weird, disturbing shit.
things of that 80s appearance. You know, it's a Nathan pick. Like that is the definitive thing with it. So, Time Bandits for those at home. If you've seen it, great, and if you haven't seen it, well,
Watch it with us.
Yeah, that.
I mean,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
like
That's gonna be good.
That could be the
That's
next
gonna be
Batman.
good.
6.9 on IMDb, nice. And
6.9.
anyways, if you know Mr. Freezus, let us know in the comments below. What did you think? Tell us what do me a favor, actually, viewers, if you're tuning in for this episode, and you fucking should, do me a favor. Put 5 superheroes' names on it and put one that doesn't exist, and we have to make Mason guess and
No,
figure out which one is
don't
the
do
real
that.
one. That's such a fun game I want to do.
Don't do that.
If you like the content we're doing, as always, make sure to give us a big fat thumbs up because it helps the. I don't know. We don't get in anybody's algorithms. You have to watch us to get us in there, and even then, it's hard.
Show called Time Bandits.
I knew that
It's-
sounded
it's
familiar
not
too.
that.
It's not that.
Mm.
If you want to make sure you know when the episode pops up, but it's been a long day,
Right
guys.
there, bud.
Yeah, it's been a long day. Yeah. Anyways, hit the bell, and then comment so that we can be rich and retire off of this.
Off of a Batman animated series pod.
Yeah, I mean, we have to hit 420 on the dot, and then we can finally retire. But if we jump past it to 421, we have to do it for the rest of our lives. So,
Oh,
this is purgatory for Nathan.
that's a big gamble.
It is. And Batman was willing to take it with the kid, and I'm willing to take it with this podcast. Until next time, guys, this Time Bandits. Bye.